So first thing I do is I have spliced my bamboo in half. I've heat cured it. The inside of this one naturally had a little darker color, but that's not mold, it's just how it was. This one was a little more rugged. Now it's been heat cured. Then the next thing I do are these little connection points here. I'm just carving out like that a divot, and then now I'm going to fill each of these sections with some sphagnum moss and then wrap it in cocoa coir. And then once I've got the cocoa coir wrapped around there, then I'm going to do another layer of moss. And what's going to happen is when this stands up, I'm going to be able to pour water through. The moss inside will soak it up, and then it will go into the next chamber, the next, and then here's the bottom part. And then any excess will go and water the pot. So this next part is a little bit hard to show on camera, but I will explain it. So I got this cocoa coir and it came on a roll, and then I just cut out a piece, and what I'm going to do is wrap it around here, and I'm going to all the way down wrap it in this zip tie, and then I'm going to get it wet, and that's going to help it form to this bamboo pole. It's just going to make it a little bit easier once I attach it. And then after that I am going to put hot glue on the back, and we'll glue it down. Okay, so now I've got all of the zip ties attached, and I am going to, here, this is what the front of it is, and I am going to now hose it down, because that, like I mentioned, is going to help it to form to this shape. So I'm just going to hose down the front part and the sides a little bit, because right after this I'm going to get to hot gluing the back, and too much moisture will affect the glue's ability to stick. Okay, so now after I've wet it down, I am adding hot glue to all the contact points here, and then I'm just pressing it in and kind of holding it down so it adheres. And then once I've done that all the way up, then I can take off these zip ties. I'm just getting in here and cutting them off. I'm gonna have to put the camera down. All right, so now I've taken off all of the zip ties, and here it is. Looks completely natural, or as natural as you can get. There's no plastic used at all, no plastic showing or weird mesh. And then what you do is you just are gonna water it from the top here. And these are all filled with moss, all of these sections. And they have, like, we hollowed out those little chambers here, so it'll just gradually go through all the way down, and then excess will come out here. So I had to show you guys what I just designed. I love it. So it's kind of a spin-off of the traditional bamboo moss poles that look like these over here. But what I've done with this one is I actually took the bamboo pole and I spliced it in half. You can see there it's halved. And then each of these, like bamboo right here, they have these little chambers, right? I kind of hollowed those chambers out, and then I stuffed each of the sections with sphagnum moss. So there's sphagnum moss in all of these. And with those chambers kind of hollowed out, that allows water to pass through interiorly. Is that a word? I don't know. But anyway, so I just water from the top here, and then it will absorb through the moss inside and go down to the next chamber all the way down. And I tested it out already, and it worked great. So excess water will come right out the bottom and water your pot. And then it's wrapped in a cocoa coir, and I just kind of glued it on to attach it with hot glue. And I think it's going to work great. And having this flat plane on the front, that's really going to look nice for some of like your shingling plants, that kind of thing. And it's a great watering method and an easier way to keep your moss pole nice and moist.